Good morning. What do you say we
Hey,
chat some ball this morning?
I would love nothing else but to chat some ball.
That's good. Well, because that's what we're about to do.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here.
That's why I'm here.
Ah!
You think I just show up to show up?
Yeah, maybe sometimes you just show up for a paycheck and then you just go on your way. That's what you do. It's your mentality. You're
No.
all about the paychecks.
All right.
You're not
Well,
here for the love of
that's
the
what
game.
everybody, to be
You're
honest,
just cashing checks. You're not even here for the love of the game.
you know what? The love of the game is cashing checks, and I stand by that. That's how everybody should be living.
Listen, cashing checks, snapping necks, talking ball every Tuesday and Thursday here on Breakfast Ball, sponsored by Dabble Fantasy. You better believe it. Uh,
Yeah, run
ye-
that ad.
yeah, buddy. This episode, we're talking about college basketball. Tournament's over. March is over. NIL is ruining everything, or is it? I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to do a little math. We're going to take a little trip down memory lane. We're going to see if NIL is ruining everything. But March is over. College basketball is over. I last night's game helped me really fall asleep and get a good night's sleep. Snooze fest alert! Snooze fest alert! Um,
Is yeah.
then we're talking the Masters. We got, thank the sports gods that the Masters follows March Madness in the same week. It helps us with everything. It gets us through the week. Something to look forward to. The Masters. I asked ChatGPT a simple question. They leaked the whole script for the Masters. So we got to talk about that. We're going to talk about some projections. We're going to talk about, who's hot, who's not going into the Masters, and we're going to see what happens. What do you think about that?
I think that sounds like a great plan. Really excited.
Give me one word to describe the Masters. What's the first word that you
Um,
think of when you hear the Masters?
CBS.
Gosh, you're such an industry plant.
Bro,
Um,
that's all I hear. The Masters on CBS.
you know what the
And now it's
first
on Thursday, it's on Prime. Like, what the
get the heck out of here. You know what the first word I think of when I think of the Masters?
What?
Take a guess.
I think you think of tradition.
Ooh, almost. I think of green. Just green.
It's
Beautiful,
very interesting.
beautiful golf course, green colors, green jacket. Green is the color of
Yes.
money, which I'm about to win this weekend on the Masters. Um,
You're all about cashing checks. You don't even love the game.
don't steal my bit. Don't even think about stealing
Just
my bits.
I remember the days when it wasn't about the money.
I don't because
Actually
yeah,
don't. It's never been that about the money. I
right.
take that back.
Yeah, it's for me it's about the thrill, it's about for the love of the game, it's about just having fun. For you, all you want to do is just wire
Dun,
money into
dun,
your bank
dun.
accounts.
Get money. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Well, we're going to get started. March Madness? More like March Snooze Fest, am I right, Paige?
Yes, Evan, spot on
can,
there.
can I admit something to you?
Yeah.
I fell asleep during this game last night. I fell asleep. I missed probably the last 7 minutes of it. I dozed off. I missed the celebration. I missed one shining moment. I woke up and Charles Barkley was talking, and I said, looks like Michigan won this game. Wow, what a thriller."
Can I also admit something to you?
Yes.
Um, I fell asleep mid second half as well. And I woke up and there was confetti.
Mm,
And I was a little bit confused, but I said, the tournament's over. Back to sleep.
yeah.
Back to sleep.
What
Yeah.
a I mean, can you say that this was actually a snooze fest of a tournament?
It wasn't the most interesting tournament for sure, but I actually thought this game, like, I enjoyed the first half of this game more than I've enjoyed
Why? Why did
uh
you enjoy the first half of this
Arizona,
game so
Michigan.
much?
It was close. Like, it was like, oh, who anyone can win this game still. It wasn't a blowout. And I just didn't want it to be a blowout because I was like, if this is Arizona, Michigan, I'm gonna turn it off before I go to sleep. But uh
I don't.
yeah, it was a
It's just
you didn't like it?
no. I didn't like
The
any part
game?
of this game. It wasn't exciting.
But
Michigan missed a million shots. UConn had
that's
a
why you didn't
million
like the
offensive
game.
rebounds. Like they didn't.
You wanted
They didn't play
Michigan.
good
You wanted
basketball.
Michigan to crush, and they didn't. That's why you didn't like this game.
Listen, I made some. There's some things that I did, and there were some picks that were made, and I wanted certain things to happen, and they didn't happen. But it does that.
Mm-mm.
That's not what we're talking about. It's just like good basketball was not played last night. Like it just wasn't good basketball, and Michigan played like their best basketball against Arizona, obviously, and I guess they just like kind of ran out of juice. Because good basketball wasn't played. Obviously, they played good enough to win it all. But yeah, it was boring. No lead changes after a certain minute in the first half. Like it was just like. And I mean, it was melatonin. That's what it was. They might as well call this March Melatonin Month because I was snoozing during this.
I will say, I like this game was okay for me. A lot of the games this March were just kind of pointless. It felt pointless. It didn't have any meaning behind it.
Zero meaning.
Yeah. Has March lost its magic a little bit?
I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that because I think it has. I think three of the most boring tournaments in college basketball history, at least since 1985, since they, expanded it to 64 teams. I think two out of the last three of the most two the last three or the most boring tournaments, three of the most boring tournaments two of them have happened in the last 2 years. Last year and this year. Since it's take a guess how many upsets happened. Technically, we're talking lower seeds beating higher seeds beating or lower seeds beating higher seeds.
I
How
know
many
what an
upsets
upset
do you
is.
think happened all tournament long this year?
12.
That's a good guess. 11.
Dang it.
So there are 11 total upsets in this tournament. If you subtract the 9 versus the 8 seed, which is like, yeah, technically it's an upset, there were 7. So I mean, if we're getting down and dirty, there were 7 total upsets in 67 total games. Kind of lame.
Which, I mean, yeah, but like, is that what's normal? What's normal in the tournament? I feel like because the upsets are always the best part of the tournament, that's what we remember about March Madness. And so maybe we think it happens more than it does. Because, like, obviously, my favorite part was when High Point beat Wisconsin. And that's what I'm going to remember from this tournament.
Why are you going to remember it from this tournament?
Because it was sick.
Or because you were just all you could talk about for 2 straight days was High Point.
Bro, yeah. And it was awesome. They were a great team to root for. They were the underdog I wanted. And it happened. That's amazing. But like that's what we remember from each tournament as like those moments. And then when they don't happen in every game, we go, this is terrible this year. And it's like, well, is it?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But you know, it's maybe it isn't terrible. Like the cream is supposed to rise to the top. You know what I'm saying? But there's a couple other things. I have notes here that kind of surprised me. This is the second time in since 1985, since there have been 64 teams in the tournament. This is the second time all 4 seeds from each region advanced out of the first round.
All four number one seeds?
Yeah, all four top four seeds.
Oh.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4 from every region. This is only the second time they've advanced out of the first round. You know when the first time was?
When?
Last year. And
Mm.
last year was the second most boring tournament probably ever.
I genuinely don't remember a thing from last year's tournament.
All number one seeds went to the Final Four. There's 13 total upsets, 10 if you remove the 9 seeds. So it's just like this only last year being boring, this year being boring. You know what I'm about to get to, don't you?
Go on.
Is NIL ruining college basketball officially? I mean, you have two of the most boring tournaments that we've seen this year and last year. Two times in the history of the college basketball tournament, all four top four seeds from each region have moved on to the second round, and that only happened this year and last year. Boring. This year was the first time, Michigan was the first time ever a team started all the whole starting five was all transfers. So every person who was starting on Michigan was transferred in. And obviously they won the championship. So with those stats and you sleeping during the second half of the championship game, is NIL ruining college basketball?
I don't think it's ruining college basketball. I just think this is now college basketball, but this is now like Duke. It has more money than Michigan, probably. I think they spent more money on their team than Michigan did.
Mhm.
And they didn't win. Like I would say I'm a fan of NIL. I'm not a fan of the transfer portal, but also it just kind of adds another element of like good coaching, and that is now good coaching and good recruiting is a heavier role player in college basketball, and you can see the coaches that do it really well. Michigan, I mean,
Dusty May.
that's he used the transfer portal to his advantage. I mean, a ton of top schools are falling off because they're not adjusting to this. And it's like I don't know. It either makes it more boring or it provides more opportunity.
Yeah.
Because where did Yaxel Lindenborg where did he start? Like
He started at like I think like a junior college. And I
yeah.
think his last school was UAB, I believe, University of Alabama Birmingham, and then transferred to Michigan.
Yeah.
But that's you want to know something? I don't
Yeah.
think NIL is ruining college basketball. Actually, I know I just stated all out of boring stuff, and like these tournaments have been boring. But like you said, there are teams that are spending a lot of money on one guy, and Michigan went the other route. They went straight to the transfer portal. They said, let's give these guys who maybe aren't getting the opportunities they deserve on certain teams, let's give them their opportunity on our team. Let's build this roster through transfers. Let's build this culture. And they did it. And like you said, like it's all about strategy now. And Michigan just, they just leaked the strategy to win a national championship. Give guys
Also,
who are, might not be, the best guy, but are a good team and locker room guy, because Michigan wasn't even in top 15 in spending in NIL this year. So like that just goes to show you find the right guys, you find the right coaches, you build the right culture, bam, national championship. And like I said, the cream rises to the top. So you want to know something? I don't even care about upsets. I want the best teams winning, and I want the best basketball. That's what I want. So all the 7 total upsets, mumbo jumbo that I was just preaching, I don't even care about it. I want the best teams winning. And Michigan was the best team this year. So if so facto, looks like Dusty May broke the NIL system and said, "Hey, transfer portal, how you doing? My name's Dusty."
so I did just recently watch this documentary about Team USA basketball, And the 2004 team was stacked with a bunch of great players, and they couldn't win because they couldn't get it together. It is all about team culture. It is all about the coach. I think NIL play, like, you can buy the best players in the world, but if you can't get them to play together, and I
Yeah.
think Michigan was clearly the best team, so they did deserve to win.
Yeah.
Was it? I will argue that it was not the best basketball.
It wasn't the best. Last
I
night was
saw
not the
some
best
really,
basketball.
really bad basketball this whole tournament, like really bad. But we expect that. We expect that
Yes.
at this point.
Yeah. And it's proven, like Kansas, BYU, they spent a ton of money on certain players. Arkansas, yeah, I mean those guys had great seasons, but it shows. Just sprinkle a little cash around. Buy 5 guys. Why buy one guy when you could buy 5 guys? Speaking of
Burgers and
5
fries.
guys, cheeseburgers. That's what I'm talking about. See? But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think NIL is ruining college basketball. I just think you have to know how to work it. And Dusty May just leaked the script. Go to the transfer portal, give 5 guys some money, and find the right guys. It's not about one player, it's about 5 players.
And what do you think about the expansion?
What did they
No.
say that's going to be how many teams?
68?
I thought it was like 70 something.
No, I think it's 68. Like the
Um
play-in games are now
No, it does. You
not
don't need to expand. You don't need to expand. What are you gonna do now? Now we're just gonna have like 10 more Siennas in there. Like, what's the point? If you're not the best, if you're, you should.
actually you're just gonna have like Auburn in there. It's even worse.
No, it should get the tournament should get smaller, if anything.
I don't know.
Yeah, the tournament
I don't
needs to
know.
get
If we
smaller.
want more upsets, then like you should find ways to get these, mid-major schools in there.
I don't want more upsets. I want the best basketball. Have the tournament
Right.
just be the 25. The top 26 teams get in. You get one team that is outside of the top 25 at the end of the season. They get in, and the rest have to just play a cutthroat tournament.
And yeah, and let's make college basketball just a bowl game national championship.
Yeah, let's just no. The tournament's
Perfect.
fine where it is. We don't need more teams. The 64 teams is great.
Yeah, I don't have an opinion. It's just more games to play.
More games to play, more picks to make.
Yeah.
But just like that, you take a nap, and all of a sudden March is over. But March being over means one thing.
Talk about a good nap.
A tradition unlike any other. The Masters is happening this weekend. The Masters saves us from college basketball withdrawals. That's what it should be. Get rid of a tradition unlike any other. The Masters saves us from a boring April leading into, NBA playoffs. No, the Masters. It's here. It's here. The Masters. We're here for you. That's what it should be.
Yeah, some tournament in April, I think is what they call it. I'm not saying the Masters is boring, but I turn that on and it is one of the greatest naps, especially on it's the fake birds and everything.
There's
It's
not
great.
fake birds. Those are real birds.
Do you actually believe that?
Of course. Look at this landscape that you're looking at right there. And I don't even think that's in prime season. I think that's probably like it doesn't matter when
Like,
it
do you
is.
want me to explain this to you?
What do you have to explain to me? Here we go.
Augusta, Georgia is the biggest catfish on this planet. The grass, they first of all, they did confirm that they pump bird noises into the broadcast to make it sound more natural and appealing. That's like actually confirmed.
Are birds real just in general, or are they fake?
Well, you might ask the question, why would they need to pump fake bird noises in if it's this lush, beautiful landscape? There should be birds there chirping all day long. Because it's not. It's not lush. It's not beautiful. They paint the grass green. They dye the water blue. The sand traps are not made out of sand.
What are they made out
Um,
of? What are the sand traps made out of then?
quartz.
What?
Quartz.
Like QUARTZ?
Yes, like a completely different element in this earth. Um, they freeze the flowers so that they bloom at the right time, just like Frankensteining them to have this like fake perfect world that they're literally painting. And I don't know if you've ever seen the way that the ball moves on these greens, but it defies physics a little bit. I'm like, I don't even know what's real here.
Well,
And
it's a type of grass. That's bent grass. That produces fast moving greens. That's what makes Augusta
it's
National
just
Augusta National is the
really
greens.
the fake greens. The fake greens. Um and it's just really interesting that no one's allowed to bring a cell phone in, might I say. I don't think it's because, oh, we're afraid it's gonna ring. No, it's because you would see what Augusta actually looks like up close and personal. Yeah, it looks great from far away, but when you get up to it, you go, this is brown grass that they spray painted green.
Who,
Oh,
who
but
told you they spray
but the
painted it green?
they literally paint it green. This is not made up. They paint it green and they dye the water blue and they pump fake bird noises in. So, oh, but the food is so cheap. You can get a pimento cheese sandwich for $1.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to believe that the cheese is real. The recipe is actually so secret that I know the cheese is not real, because the birds are fake. All right, yeah, fake birds. You think they're going to be feeding me real food for $1? I don't think so. Not to mention, every every food item at Augusta is wrapped in green plastic. It's wrapped in this like green garbage, basically, so that when garbage is everywhere because it's a golf tournament, um, the people at home can't tell because it just blends into the grass. So it's littered with
It's
trash. There's
not.
probably dead fish belly up because the chemicals they put in the water to make it blue. Like the plants are actually dying, but they're just frozen like that in the bushes, and we don't notice it because we're watching it on TV. And if you think, well, this would have gotten out at some point, right? If they're pumping bird noise in the air, what else are they pumping in the air? I think they're, call me crazy. They're they're pumping something into the air. The players and the patrons, um, they're being tricked into thinking that it's paradise, a paradise where you can't contact the outside world, a paradise where you can't speak louder than a whisper, a paradise where you have to watch Rory win. I don't really believe that's paradise. Not to mention, Augusta is secretly buying up all of the land around it, and they're expanding. They're getting further and further and further away from real society because they're hiding. They're hiding this weird little trash bin and presenting it to the world like it's paradise. But I don't really care because like I'm not going to the Masters, and I will be sitting watching this beautiful course from my beautiful TV with an azalea I made myself. So, but yeah, it's fake.
Well, I'm, I'm I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. You can't watch the Masters this year. Don't even think about turning it on Sunday and trying to enjoy a Sunday afternoon at Augusta. You can't watch. You're not allowed to
Why?
because of
You know
all
what?
this.
You sit down and you watch and look really closely and see if you notice any dead animals or trash.
I'm-
Okay?
There's no trash. People respect it.
How do you know? There's no footage from inside there other than what CBS gives us. If you think no, I don't think so.
I think you need to go. I think we need to get you in the Masters, and you need to sneak in and do some extreme investigation here.
Listen, Meta Glasses, sponsor me. I'll go to the Masters.
You'll get
I'll get
busted
I'll
so
get in there.
fast. I would if you went into the Masters, I would make them send you to the Augusta jail. I'd put you in jail because of all this nonsense that you just spewed.
They wouldn't pick up the phone for you.
Yeah, they would.
Get
I'd
out of
say
here.
there's a bad person on the grounds right now. She's trying to make up lies and conspiracies about you guys.
I'm just saying you think there's something to expose?
I don't. But
I don't know. But look it up. They do paint the grass. They do turn the water blue. They do not use sand in the sand traps. And they do freeze the plants. And they do use fake bird noises.
Yeah, freezing the plants. That's a nice touch. You want everything to look beautiful. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's unnatural. It's anti-nature, you know?
Okay,
I just don't trust it.
Everybody in the world is anti-nature at this point. You got all these different injections and medications and everything. Everything is anti-nature. Not me.
And
I'm pro. I'm just pro. I'm just doing me.
We can tell.
Yeah,
better.
thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. All right, are you done? Are you done with your with this nonsense?
I'm done with.
Can we talk a little G? Can we talk a little G right now?
Yeah, we can talk a little golf.
Okay,
if that's what you're referring to.
Can you say let's talk a little G?
Let's talk a little G.
Thank you. I've been dying to talk a little G. I've been dying to talk a little G on this program. You know what I like?
What?
Just first round strokes. Let's talk of first round strokes. This is a big market on Dabble this weekend. First round going into Thursday. You know, we got some guys who like to start out hot. We got some guys who like to start out cold. You might think some of these guys start out hot, but in reality, they don't. You might think that. And I'm gonna give you a little breakdown on the first round at the Masters. And you know,
please.
We have four of the top guys: Scottie Scheffler, Jon Rahm, Bryson DeChambeau, Rory McIlroy. Those are like top. Those are tier one guys every year at Augusta. When it comes to first round strokes, Scottie Scheffler right now is projected 70 first round strokes. Okay. Scottie Scheffler has played the Masters only 6 times. Still a young man. You might think to yourself, man, he's been around forever. He hasn't. He's only played the Masters 6 times. And 4 out of those 6 times, he has shot below a 70. And that's really impressive. He starts out hot at the Masters, Scottie Scheffler, and 4 out of those last 6 times are the last 4. So his first 2 times at the Masters, he shot over a 70. Wah. It's okay. It's your first time playing Augusta. Last 4 times, shot below a 70. So with that information, do with what you will. But Scottie seems like he likes to shoot below a 70 on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm sure he likes to do that.
Jon Rahm. You ever heard of him?
John. I love when John spells John like John spells John.
Jon.
Mm-hmm.
Forget the H.
Yeah. Who needs it?
We don't need the H in John. Jon Rahm. His market right now, his projection is at 70.5 strokes. So will Jon Rahm shoot below a 71 on Thursday? History tells us he's kind of sketchy. A little sketchy starter on Thursdays. Jon Rahm, some would say he's more of a Sunday guy. But Thursdays at Augusta during the Masters, John is he's 5 for 9. So a little over 50% of the time he shoots below a 71. He hasn't done it since 2023 though. That's what's a little scary. So Jon Rahm might be a slower starter than you would think on Thursdays. Let's go. Let's talk about Bryson, one of the other top tier guys. Bryson DeChambeau. Can we say something about Bryson? He is in form right now. Yeah, he plays on LIV, the LIV Tour, blah, blah, blah. LIV is weird, whatever. Guy's in form. He's winning tournaments. He is similar to Jon Rahm, kind of sketchy on Thursdays. His projection's at 70.5 strokes as well. So how many times has Bryson DeChambeau shot over a 71 or shot below a 71 on Thursdays? 4 out of 9 times. So he's a little bit below 50%. kind of don't like that, especially because I do like Bryson winning it all. But 3 out of his last 5, he has shot below 71 on Thursday. So do with that what you will. And then finally, we're going to close it out with Rory. Let's see, how does Rory stack up on Thursdays? Coming off the biggest win of his entire life last year at the Masters. Rory, he's played the Masters 15 times. So he's an old man. He's a seasoned veteran. His projection is at 70.5 first round strokes as well. Let me tell you something about Rory. This guy stinks on Thursdays at Augusta. Oh my gosh. You want to talk about a slow start? What's the slowest thing you could think of?
You.
Can we think of something else?
A snail.
This guy, you might as well call Rory a snail because he has gone out of 15 starts at Augusta. He has only shot below a 71 on Thursday 3 times. And he hasn't done it since 2018. So if you're thinking about dabbling a little bit on first round strokes at Augusta, I would maybe go less, or I'd maybe go more. I would maybe take more than 70.5 strokes for Rory because that guy's a snail, Paige. 3 out of 15 times he shot less than 71 strokes. Blah. Holy moly.
That's but you can still win it all. So
you could still win it all, but if we're just talking about getting things started,
strokes.
If we're just talking about getting things started on a Thursday, Rory's not the kind of guy who gets things started on a Thursday.
Yeah. I do have a couple of things that I think you might find interesting just about past Masters winners.
I'd love to hear them. As long as we're not talking about green grass and blue water and green garbage, I'm all in.
Those are all real things. But if you think you know who's going to win the Masters, and I know you think you know who's going to win the Masters, you should listen to these criterias that all of the past 10 Masters winners have hit that a lot of the favorites this year do not meet.
Uh-oh.
Starting with the obvious ones. If it's your first time at Augusta, you're probably not winning the Masters. Sorry, rookies. Getting more specific with age, if you're over 46 years old, it becomes extremely hard to win the Masters all of a sudden. I don't know why that age is the cutoff, but that seems to be when people absolutely decline at the Masters. It's only been done a few times. All 10 of the last Masters champions have had at least one top 15 finish in a major championship the year prior, which eliminates people like Tommy Fleetwood, Minwoo Lee, Shane Lowry, and Justin Thomas. As well as 7 of the last 10 Masters winners have finished in the top 5 at the Masters previously.
Ooh.
Most Masters winners are great drivers. Obviously, they're at the Masters, but they gain around 1 stroke per round off the tee during the calendar year prior to the Masters, which eliminates Jordan Spieth, Victor Hovland, and Justin Rose.
Interesting. Justin Rose likes
I know, Justin Rose. As well, the past 10 winners also averaged 0.85 strokes gained on their approaches per round the year prior, which eliminates Scotty and Bryson. We're talking irons here.
Why did you eliminate Bryson?
Because he doesn't meet that criteria that the last
strokes
10
gained on
Masters.
approach, huh? Strokes gained on approach.
There's actually like a couple other criterias that I'm not going to go through. I'm just going to tell you the only 3 golfers who meet all of these criteria this year. Rory McIlroy, Jon Rahm, and Patrick Reed.
Yeah, I love the Patrick Reed pick. Let's go.
Me too. So if this makes you a little bit unsure about who is going to win the Masters, you can always pick who is going to finish top 5, top 10, top 20 on Dabble, or you can just pick more or less on Strokes. But that is a little bit of information for you.
That was good. That was good. I'm not stoked about the Bryson DeChambeau thing because I do have certain things going on with him. But I do like the Patrick Reed. I'm gonna have to do a lot of thinking. But that was great information.
I love Patrick Reed.
Yeah, and I know you mentioned John Rahm is also somebody who fits that criteria, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you brought up John Rahm because I asked ChatGPT just a simple question, just a simple historical question. All I asked ChatGPT was how many times in his career has John Rahm shot below a 71 in the first round of the Masters, and ChatGPT just decided to leak the entire script for this year's Masters this morning. So if you're making Masters picks, ChatGPT leaked the script. So this is what they gave me. I asked how many times has John Rahm shot below a 70 first round of the Masters. They give me the years, that's fine. But all of a sudden they just have 2026 in there with a green check mark. 2026 hasn't happened yet. It's Tuesday morning. First round doesn't start till Thursday. So all of a sudden, ChatGPT just told me that John Rahm is going to shoot a 65 the first round of the Masters. And right now his projection is at 70 and a half. So if you trust AI, all of a sudden maybe you go less than that. But not only that, it just says it's happened 4 times right there. And at 2026, 65.
Weird.
They said it twice. And so you want to know something? You want to know the last time John Rahm has shot a 65 in the first round of the Masters? That was 2023. Take a guess who won the Masters in 2023.
Was it him?
It was John Rahm.
Yeah.
So if history repeats itself and I trust AI on telling me what the future holds, there might be a chance that John Rahm shoots a 65 on Thursday and then goes in to win the Masters in 2026. So,
and he meets all the criteria.
And he meets all the criteria that you just gave. 10 different. I don't even know how much criteria you gave. It had to be around 10. So
there is. It's 9 different things.
9 different things. So John Rahm checks off all the different criterias. And AI just told us that he's shooting a 65 on Thursday. If so facto, if history repeats itself, he'll win the Masters on Sunday. So talk about an ultimate leak.
Yeah, I mean, I don't trust AI.
I mean, me
with
neither.
Anything.
Yeah,
but,
they're wrong. They're wrong, but maybe they're right. Who knows?
But yeah,
there's a 50-50 shot. I guess I don't know. I just thought that was crazy. I was like, damn, I was like, what? It's 2026.
It's also like, are you straight up lying to me? It's so, I get so mad at AI sometimes. But maybe the tournament's already happened because they fake it all.
Yeah, maybe it's already happened. I didn't even think about that page. Maybe is golf even real?
Maybe it's just happened in a different timeline than us.
Maybe it has. And I think I might have found the answer. Oh, I'm gonna have to pick John Rahm at some point too. I have a lot to think about. And not only do I have a lot to think about golf-wise, now I have a lot to think about food-wise because I know you brought up the pimento sandwich. Build your own $10 order at the Masters. I looked at this earlier today and I said, this is almost the easiest $10 build I've ever seen in my entire life, Paige.
It's not for me.
It's not for you?
No, I need more money.
You don't need more money. You're so obsessed with money.
I need $12.
No, you can't have $12. It's got to be $10. Why do you need $12?
Because I need 2 glasses of white wine.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding? Like, hello. What is your order here?
All right. That was
You telling
pretty
me I can
funny.
afford one drink?
That was pretty funny. All right, here we go. You want to go my order?
Mm-hmm.
It's so simple. This is the easiest $10 you will ever spend at the Masters. Starting off at the top, $3 barbecue pork sandwich. Let's go. Fire it up. I want barbecue pork and I want it now. My breakfast, $3 chicken biscuit. Give me a chicken biscuit along with my barbecue pork sandwich. That's $6 spent right there. Easy. Two best food items on the menu. Done right there. Snack.
Okay.
Come on now. Give me some cookies. I want some cookies for $2. Chocolate chip cookies for $2. Easiest decision of my life. How much is that? That's $8 spent. Then guess what? You're in the South. You're in Georgia. What's better than being at Augusta National at the Masters than having an ice cold iced tea, adding a little sweetness to it, a little sugar, a little sweet tea down in Georgia, enjoying the sun after I just devoured a pork sandwich and a chicken biscuit and some chocolate chip cookies. I'm washing it down with iced tea. Easiest $10 ever spent at the Masters.
That's crazy, and I actually don't believe that would be your order.
Why not?
I think the first thing you're doing if you have $10 cash in your hand is getting a beer.
No. Why would I do
Yeah.
that? No, I want cookies and sandwiches.
Beautiful day for golf.
You think just
Let's
because
see.
it's a beautiful day for you think just because it's a beautiful day for golf, I'm just going to automatically enjoy and spend $6 on a tall, ice cold, refreshing brewski?
Yes, I do. Yes. If there were markets for that, I would go more. Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna be realistic about this, and I'm gonna get $6 worth of white wine. I'm gonna get cookies. So I'm at $8, and I'm gonna get a pimento cheese sandwich and have 50 cents to just throw at people. I don't know. I need more money. This isn't enough for me.
You just have to have a white wine.
Yes. Are you kidding? You think if I'm at the Masters, I'm not gonna enjoy a $6 white wine, which is actually very cheap?
It is cheap, yeah.
Yeah. And if I can get my hands on a pimento sandwich at the same time, then
Well, you just went on a
I've
whole
lived.
rant about how they hide the ingredients for the pimento sandwich and they wrap it up in
It
garbage.
doesn't mean it doesn't taste good.
You
We
just
don't know
went on a
any
whole
ingredients
rant
of any
that
of our
it's a
food.
garbage sandwich, and now you're spending $1.50 on it.
Yeah, well, that's not very much money, first of all. Second of all, I didn't say it doesn't taste good. Third, I don't know the ingredients of any of the food I eat. So, whatever. I'm just saying. I actually love pimento cheese. That sounds
Yeah.
fire.
Well, there you have it. I got more bang for my buck, I think, and I'm more satisfied.
No, you-
You're just a little tipsy and you're enjoying a fake garbage sandwich and some cookies. You got cookies too. That's fine. Me, I enter Augusta. I already had 5 or 6 Bloody Marys. By the time I get to Augusta, I already had 5 or 6. So I'm feeling good and buzzed. And now I'm eating some pork sandwiches. Now I'm eating some chicken
That wasn't
biscuits.
part of the. That wasn't.
Yeah, but I'm just
part of
telling you what
this
my
breakdown.
strategy is in spending $10 and getting the bang for my buck. 6
It
Bloody
didn't
Marys
say,
down.
okay, pre-game, you get to have 10 mimosas, then you can go in. Then my order would look totally different. Yeah, it would be filled with barbecue and cookies. This is the first thing I'm putting into my body all day. It's a glass of white wine.
Fair enough. I have the better order. What's before we go? It's Tuesday morning.
Mhm.
Who is your pick to win it all? Tuesday morning, April 7th at 11:30 a.m. Central Time in America. Paige, give us your pick to win the Masters.
I like Patrick Reed.
I knew you were going to say it. That's
Sorry.
a great pick. I'm including him in some of my pools. I might include him in my dabble lineup. I like Patrick Reed. You want to know who my pick is to win the Masters?
I know who your pick is.
Say it then.
You say it.
No, I don't want to.
Then why'd you ask?
It's Bryson DeChambeau. Bryson DeChambeau is going to win the Masters this year. He's in great form. He's been playing well in Live. He just cut down the par fives. He's cutting down the par fives. Putt well. Put the green jacket on.
I also like Justin Rose.
Yeah, but Justin Rose he doesn't fit your criteria.
I know, but I like him. If I get to pick 2 now. So I'm taking 2.
You get to pick 2?
Yeah.
He's 45. He's creeping up on that 46.
I know. So that's what this is his last year he can do it.
So this is technically the last year Justin Rose can win the Masters.
Mm-hmm.
Based on if you're 46 or above, you don't win ever. And he's 45.
Yeah, so this is his last year to do it. And
wow, it could be it. Man, now
he's primed.
Dang, all these stats and everything. My brain is in a pretzel right now. Take us home, Paige. Bring us home.
If your brain is in a pretzel, just take him to finish top 10, you know? Because you can do that.
You can do that.
Let's see. It's Tuesday. And what a beautiful Tuesday it is. We are coming up on the Masters. Baseball's still here. It's going to be here forever. Woohoo! I'm sure we're all excited about that. The NBA is going on, but nobody cares. And I'm not upset that we're done with March Madness. Sorry.
So you don't have to apologize.
I'm ready to play some golf.
I am ready to play some golf as well. And guess what? We'll see you guys on Thursday. Round 1 of the Masters. Thursday. See you then.
See ya.
Bye. All right, bye for now. Seriously.